Okay.
Okay. Is it on?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we were with Maria, originally from Miami.
Originally from Miami, by way of Macon, Georgia.
Okay, Macon, Georgia. And you are married to?
David De La Sierra.
And how long have you been married?
23 years. And I haven't buried him in the backyard yet, so it's quite an accomplishment.
But you would know how to.
I do know how to.
If you needed to, by going to the Pathfinder school outing and everything. So have you been to these before?
This is my first Pathfinders event, but it's not my first outdoors event. I've been doing Becoming an Outdoors Woman program in Florida for a lot of years, and what took me to that was my interest in guns and the fact that the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission has a wonderful program, and they do a lot for women, as this program is doing, but that was kind of like the impetus of the whole thing, and that started, oh gosh, I don't know, about 5 or 6 years ago, and it's just grown since then. But it's been a really neat thing because I'm really into working with my hands and building things and being self-reliant and self-sufficient, and I just really love that I can make curtains, and I can, clean a gun,
I love that.
and I can build a fire. So I'm really stoked that I can do all that stuff, and I have 2 young daughters, and it's really important for me to pass that on to them. So
Absolutely.
I hope that answers your question.
No, that was wonderful. Now when you come out here with your husband, are you in a tent? Are you in an RV or a camper?
This is the first time I've ever camped with my husband. I always go alone. So I know he's going to kill me for this on camera, but I yelled at him for a week for packing like a girl. So
I think they're worse than us.
I have been camping a lot of times, and I do tent camping.
Okay, great.
And but I don't feel like I really am suffering a lot. I set up a little vanity in the corner so I can do my hair and makeup before I go out and hit the woods. But yeah, tent camping, and this has been a great experience because he and I have been doing this stuff for a long time, but it's the first time I'm actually with him.
Oh.
Usually he stays home and takes care of the kids.
Oh, wow.
So that I can do it. So it's very,
that. But you look like this too. So, I mean, normally when I'm out in the wilderness and my hair's down now, but it's up in a bun, no makeup. But you look beautiful. You've got the makeup. My makeup would be melting and just dripping. So
what you're not saying is that you caught me 5 minutes ago with my hair up in an ugly bun, and I look like a snow woman with another.
No, no, you look very glamorous. So, but it's important to you to, your thing is you still like to have your hair looking nice when you're out there, makeup as much as possible.
Yeah, as much as possible. I mean, it kind of gets. It's difficult by the end of the week, but I don't think there's any reason not to try it. It's something that I do anyway, and so why not? I mean,
now what would you say is your friends back at home? Would they come out and do stuff like this?
No, I go by myself all the time, everywhere, which is really surprising and does not earn me points with my mother, my grandmother, my sister. So, yeah, no, I do it by myself because there's no one that wants to go with me. And like I said, I've been going out there for 6 or 7 years, and I have a really poor concept of time, so I hope I'm not messing that up. But I've been begging people to go with me, girlfriends and whatnot, for a long time, and no one wants to go. But that's never held me back, so I just keep going.
What do you think would help them want to get out of the city or their little suburbs and into the woods?
I don't know what would help. I think that if we started them really early, which is why I'm so into getting the girls out in the yard, and we build fires every night, and we cook outside and do things like that, I think it would help a lot. I think it's kind of hard to teach a new trick to an old dog. I mean, to get a city girl with her Louboutins out in the woods, I think is a really hard trick unless she naturally has that in her. But I think if we can kind of instill that early on, I think it would help more. And I would love to drag some girlfriends out here with me. It'd be way more fun at night when I'm sitting there.
Right.
I just, I think it's really important to start them early and just really foster a love for being outdoors, but more than that, being self-sufficient and self-reliant. I'm really, really big on being able to take care of yourself. I don't want to depend on anybody, and a lot of times you can't. In fact, most of the times you can't. It's
we're definitely kindred spirits.
It's just you or no one a lot of times, so that's the thing. And so I don't need
and
other
out in the
girls.
wilderness, all things equal, who's going to take care of you but you? Don't rely on anyone else.
That's right.
So, now I have a quick question. I have a gentleman out in California. He's starting this new sporting line called Tom Princess, and he contacted me through the internet. And the whole concept is he has a little 9-year-old girl, and he loves the fact that she likes to be a little princess, but she's also a tomboy. And she's the one that wants to go out camping and being out in the wilderness and ride BMX, bikes. And so it's being a tomboy, but also being a princess. So going from hiking boots to high heels.
I can dig that. Yeah.
Yeah. So and it's funny because we're trying. He wants me to kind of test out that Tom princess image and what do people think of it. And I'm like, well, I'm my 30s now, so I'm not sure if I quite feel like a princess, anymore. I never was really that princess.
We can graduate to divas.
Divas, yes. I'm like the queen at this point. So, but no, but I think it's a good. I think the whole message is good.
But isn't that great that you can run the whole spectrum? I mean, you can be the tomboy and the princess. I think that's great. And why not? So why not come up here and slap some lipstick on? If that's what I do normally, let's just do it.
And you don't have to look, butchy or messy. You can still look cute.
Which is fine too, but it's just not me. So, and if it was me, I'd be, it'd be fine. But it's not. I do have the lipstick in my pocket with my knife. So
hey, and it can help start fires.
Yes,
so,
it can. It's burnt bees, so it's definitely going
practical, multifunctional. So, all right. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This was awesome. So, thanks. Okay. What is your last name?
Della Sierra.